we're going to come into what we call donkey kick. So it's a deep breath. So what you're going to do is bring in your right foot out. You're going to lengthen up and you're going to just take a deep breath here, and then you're going to go ha. Bring that knee towards you. Inhale out, crown reaching forward. Exhale, dropping the head. Inhale out and make the sound of ha. And let it come from the navel. Ha. Deep breath out and ha. Ha. Take a nice deep breath here. Ha. Let me hear you. Ha. Ha. 3 more. Ha. 2 more. Ha. And last one here. Ha. And noticing how the energy feels. Back in table pose. Just noticing how it feels. And then you're going to do the opposite leg now. So bring the left leg out. Inhale. Bring it in. Ha. Nice deep breath. Ha. Let me hear you. Ha. 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 Going to do 5 more. Ha. Ha. Nice deep breath. Ha. 2 more. Ha. Last one. Ha. And take a deep breath here and gently side out. Come into your child pose or come into puppy dog stretch. Remember puppy dog stretch? The sit bones are up in the air. Allow yourself to breathe. Noticing the energy in your body. And just noticing how it feels for you. You're going to feel like a lot of energy because it's prana energy. So it's a healing energy. So it's wakening up the energies in your body. The glands and any blockages through your body. You're going to let yourself slowly come back up and come up in awareness. So we're going to come into sun salutations, the kneeling sun salutations. So come to the edge of the mat. That's it. So allowing yourself to engage your sit bones. You're going to inhale, reaching your arms above you. Exhale into Namaste. Slide your shoulders down your back. So we come here, so we honour ourselves. And anytime you feel like you can always allow yourself to stay in child pose if it becomes too much. You're going to slowly bring the hands behind you and elbows behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the waist. And gently exhale into a little back bend. Just a slight back bend. So the hips and the thighs coming forward slightly. A little back bend. Allow yourself to breathe here. You should feel a nice opening through the chest here. The rib cage. That's it. Allow yourself to slowly take a breath. You're going to slowly come back to lengthening the spine up. And then you're going to slowly bring one hand out, then the other hand, you're going to come into plank. So what you want to do is you want to look 3 feet ahead of you. And allow yourself to know you're using your stomach muscles. Don't sink into your shoulders. Lift out through your shoulders. Allow yourself to breathe. If you feel okay, you want to bring your toes in action and let your heels go back. You want to feel like you're touching the wall behind you. And looking 3 feet ahead of you. So if you're looking towards your hands or under your mat where your body should be up in the air, then you know you've gone too far. So find a place that feels nice in the plank. Allow yourself to slowly, if your knees are down, if they're not, slowly bring them down with the breath. Keeping the elbows tucked in slightly. Allow yourself slowly to come down. Allow yourself to breathe here. Allow your forehead to come down. And then you're going to slowly take a breath here. Gently exhale. And then allow yourself a nice inhalation. You're going to walk your elbows out. Elbows are under your shoulders into Sphinx pose. And you're looking a couple of feet in ahead of you, so chin is tucked in slightly. Eyes are nice and relaxed. If you find this is hurting your back, you can always bring the pose down a little bit more and let the ribcage come down. So modify and adjust. Feel what's right for you. Allow yourself to breathe. Noticing the breath. If you can be hip distance or shoulder distance, so play around with that pose with your legs too. The closer your legs are, the deeper the back bend. So taking care of your back is really important. Take a breath here. Gently exhale, bring the forehead down, slide the hands just under your shoulders, keep the elbows in. Inhale, slowly coming back up into table. Gently exhale, sinking your hips back for a moment, and then you're going to curl up. Allow yourself to curl up, and then just let yourself, let the pelvis come forward so you're arching the back slightly. Bring your toes into action. You're going to come into downward facing dog. So really press through the knuckles of the fingers behind, just allowing that thumb, index finger, baby finger pressing down. And you're going to bend the knees. And you lift your sit bones up in the air and let your head, your ears should be touching close to your arms. Allow yourself to breathe here. And then you're going to straighten one leg, keeping one leg bent, and then do the other side. And you can looking at your toes. It allows you to allow yourself to relax in your head. Allow yourself to breathe. And then you're going to slowly bend in the knees, take a breath, slowly coming down, using the breath in your stomach muscles. Let yourself come back slightly and then curling yourself up. Use the breath. Breathe here, roll the shoulders back. Gently exhale, release. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, slide in front of the heart. Engaging the sit bones. Inhale and exhale into that little back bend. Allow yourself to breathe here. Take a nice breath. Coming up, walking one hand out, come into plank pose. Remember, you can modify and adjust. Allow yourself to breathe. Noticing the breath and how it feels for you. Notice your stomach muscles. Looking 3 feet ahead of you. When you're ready to come down, bring the knees down if they're not down already. Keeping the elbows in. Allow yourself to bring that forehead down. Breathe here. And slowly bring your elbows forward. Elbows under the shoulders. Allow yourself to breathe. Noticing the breath in that back bend. So this is the Sphinx pose. Be like so mighty and strong. Be creative in the energy of the animal. Slowly bring the forehead down. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Inhale here. Coming up into table. Gently exhale. Let yourself sink back in the choke or come into puppy dog stretch. When you're ready to come out, let yourself curling up. Take a couple of breaths to come out. And if you're in any knee issues, you can always put support under your knees, so be aware of that. And allow yourself to slowly take a breath coming up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale. Lengthen through the waist. Exhale. Bring the hips slightly forward. Only a little back bend. Allow yourself to breathe here. Create that space. Slowly inhale. Coming out of the back bend. Coming into plank. Allow yourself to breathe. Make sure you don't sag the belly down. Let yourself feel that nice strength in the navel. Allow yourself to breathe. Looking 3 feet ahead of you. Slowly bring the knees down if they're not down. Elbows let in and allow yourself to bring your forehead down. Breathe here and slowly coming either into Sphinx or coming into baby cobra. Keep the elbows in. You're using your stomach muscles. Using your back muscles, sorry. So allow yourself to breathe here. And making sure you tuck the chin in slightly. Keep it nice and length in the back of the neck. Allow yourself to breathe. So if you're allowing yourself to bring your forehead down, if you're in Sphinx pose, slide your hands just under your shoulders. Inhale, slowly coming back into table. Exhale, sinking back into choke or come into puppy dog stretch. Slowly let yourself curling back up. Allow yourself to arch the back and then come into downward facing dog. Toes into action, pressing through the hands, lifting up through the sit bones, and you can stay with the knees bent. If you find you put too much weight in the front, you can always stay with the knees bent, or you can slowly bring the heels where they want to reach and keep the knees soft. You don't have to bring the heels down, that takes a long time. Keep your head nice and relaxed. Take a breath, slowly bending the knees and slowly coming out of the pose. Gently let yourself coming back and then curling up. Allow yourself to breathe and roll the shoulders back. Inhale up and gently exhale into namaste. We're going to go one more time. Taking a breath slowly, lengthen through the waist. Exhale, elbows behind you. Notice the breath. Notice the energy in the heart. Take a breath slowly coming out of the pose. Remember, you can keep with the knees down. You should still feel your stomach muscles looking 3 feet ahead of you. Use the breath. How strong do you feel in your belly? Allow yourself to breathe. Don't sink into your shoulders. Feel that nice straight line through the body. And then slowly bring the knees down. Keep the elbows in. Allow yourself to breathe. Come in Sphinx or baby cobra. Allow yourself to breathe. And noticing the breath. So we're using your back muscles. Nothing going on with the hands. You can do a little, if you want to, you can create a little energy in your hands, but not too much. Take care of your back. Allow yourself slowly bring the forehead down. If you're in Sphinx, slide the hands just under the shoulders. Keep the elbows in. Take a nice breath coming up. Exhale. Coming into child pose or puppy dog stretch, and then let yourself slowly, let yourself arching that back slightly, and let's get ready for downward facing dog. Press through the palm of the hands, lifting up, allow yourself to breathe here. Knees are bent, your sit bones are way up in the air. This is maybe just where you want to be. Or you can slowly bring the heels down, wherever they feel it's okay for you. And make sure you can always adjust your hands, your legs, and then slowly taking a breath. You're going to slowly coming down into table. Breathe here. And gently exhale. Come back into child pose now. Create that energy. Just noticing how it feels for you in the body. And remember, you can always come into puppy dog stretch. Allow yourself to breathe and just noticing how it feels to you. Witnessing your body. So in yoga, we don't judge our body. We witness experience of the energy, the breath, and just how it feels in the body. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly let yourself come out of the pose. You come out very slowly. If you inversion poses when you're in downward facing dog, or in child pose, so you can get a little spinny. So be aware of that. So you're going to slowly let yourself bring in your feet up, almost like you're in a tent. And then you're going to slowly walk your feet towards your hands, and you bend the knees. And you're going to come into this forward fold. And if you have a block, you can use a block. If you need to use a couple of blocks, you can. Allow yourself to breathe. All books. Noticing the breath. And you can bring your elbows here. You can keep your elbows right on your thighs. Feet at hip distance or shoulder distance. Or come in a ragdoll, or bring your hands under your elbows. Play around what feels right for you. Knees can stay bent, almost like you're going to sit into a chair. Allow yourself to breathe. And then press into your feet and start to use your legs to draw you up. Take a couple of breaths. Curling up, keep the chin tucked in. Allow yourself that creative space through the body and gently sigh out. Nice deep breath forward and sigh out. One more time. Inhale forward and gently sigh out. And shake it out. And that's it. Create that energy. Allow yourself to breathe and just noticing how it feels for you right now. Just shake it all out. Just shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. That's it. So you can imagine you have a 5-gallon bucket of paint on each hand. So it's going to be heavy. You're going to bend the knees. You're going to inhale, reaching up. And then you're going to just let the buckets go and go. And bending your knees. Inhale, up. And let it go. Just like a fog breath when you let go of the breath. Think about fog in the mirror. Inhale, up. Let yourself release. Inhale, up. And let it go. The buckets are very heavy coming up, so there's a little resistance. And then let it go. Open more energy through the spine, the lungs. Deep breath up. Feel nice and long. And one more time. And let yourself just bring your elbows onto your thighs. And press into your feet and then start to curl up. And roll the shoulders back. Use the breath. Don't hold on to the breath any time. So you create an energy. And let's come into a little sequence now. So we're going to come into a flow. So we're going to inhale up. Gently exhale to your heart. Into Namaste. Inhale, volcano. Create energy and gently exhale. You're going to come into forward fold. And when you bend your knees, hinge from the hips. Bend your knees, hinge from the hips. Allow yourself to do this forward fold. Tuck the chin slightly. Knees can stay bent. Make sure you feel okay in your forward fold. You're going to slowly slide your hands under your knees into jackknife. So you're right here. And allowing that nice straight back. So chin tucked in slightly, crown of the head is reaching forward. Don't lock the back of the knees. Keep them nice and soft. Create space and energy. Looking into your future when you're in jackknife. The future is bright, so create that energy and bring that positive energy in that forward fold. Let it go and let yourself connect to the earth. Allow yourself to breathe here. Slowly let yourself press through your feet and use your legs to curl up one more time and allow you to create that space. What it feels like to Create energy in your body and roll the shoulders. And then the chin would come up. Inhale up. And then you exhale into Namaste. Allow yourself to breathe all the way up into sun breath. Create energy. Bend, hinge from the hips. Bend your knees. Allow yourself to breathe. Noticing how it feels. Sliding the hands under the jackknife. Inhale here. Breathe here. Eyes stay soft. Jaws relax. Gently exhale. Come into that forward fold. Press into your feet and start to curl. Create the energy. Take a couple of breaths. Keep that chin tucked in until your shoulders come round and then release. Inhale up and gently exhale into Namaste. Allow yourself to engage your sit bones. We're going to come into a half moon. You can modify it this way with one hand on the waist. Or you can slowly bring your hands into a steeple. So imagine you're in a steeple like this. And yourself, the index finger is up. And lengthen up. Inhale and gently exhale into the half moon. So making sure you're not going forward, you want to feel that nice plane. Just imagine two plain glass in front and behind you. So you want to be in that center. Allow yourself to breathe. Create that energy and space. Press into the outside foot. And if this is too much and your shoulders are tight, I'd rather you bring one hand onto your waist. Allow yourself to breathe. Take a breath, slowly coming back up. Breathe here and gently sigh out. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed here. Engaging the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen up through the waist. And gently exhale to the other side. Notice how it feels. So you're going to feel that hand on your ear there. Your arms are straight, but then the shoulder stays down your back. And press into that outside foot. Notice how it feels. Remember, you're in the center. The glass is in front of you and behind you. Allow yourself to breathe. Create that space and energy. Slowly taking a breath, slowly coming out of it. Keeping the shoulders down your back. Inhale, lengthen through the waist. Lengthen through the arms. And then slowly come into a little back bend. So let yourself slowly come forward with your hips and your thighs. You may feel a lot of tension in your shoulders right now, but we're going to release that. Take a breath, slowly coming back up. Gently exhale, releasing your arms. Hinge from your hips. Bend your knees. Allow yourself to breathe. Take a couple of breaths if you need to. Come in that forward fold. Make sure your legs feel okay. So your feet may be hip distance or just out a little bit more. Allow yourself to breathe here. Notice how the breath is. Let yourself slowly slide into jackknife once more. Don't lock the back of the knees. Crown's reaching forward. You should be looking at the floor or the mat. Keep your jaw soft and you allow yourself to notice the breath. Take a nice deep breath here. Gently exhale, releasing into that forward fold. Surrender. Come as one with body and mind. Press through the feet and start to curl up. Take a couple of breaths. Keep that chin tucked in. Don't rush this moment. Experience what's happening through the body. Roll the shoulders, chin comes up. And exhale down. Inhale forward. And let it go with a sigh. Then shake it out.